Here I am again, YouTube, Mr. Rob with Rob's Yard. Here to give you guys another video, more of a tour of my backyard and what I got going on. Side yard also. Just want to say good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. And I want to give you guys a tour of my yard. So let me get this camera up and get to a starting point where I can show you guys what I got going. Give me a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, YouTube, I guess we get started here on my far side of my front yard on the side house. It's a air layer from an earlier video that I made that showed it being in the pot, and I transplanted it into the ground, and that would be the LSU Gold. And it seems to be doing very well over here. I can do some weeding on the side. I don't get over here too much. But as you can see, it has fruit growing. So it does seem to be doing okay. It likes this area over here by itself. Gets plenty of sunlight. And it's actually kicking out a side branch over there. I may clip it off because I wanted this one to grow as a tree. And this one down here on the bottom, that's actually another LSU Gold. That's actually extra cutting that I just stuck in the pot, but it's probably going to come out of there sooner or later too. So let's swing around over here. And what you see right here is a pineapple guava, and it's been in the ground about 2 years, and it's sprouting up pretty good. And it gave me a fruit last summer, and it did a lot of blooming this year. So as you can see around over here, I need to trim the tree, but I want to make some extra plants also at the same time. So as you can see, I got an air layer going on right here that I started back on Mother's Day of this year, and so far tree's looking good. And we'll hope to see in another 3 to 4 weeks how that air layer turns out. Right here, I plan on making a video of when I planted these in the ground. I just hadn't put it together yet, but these are 4 Nellie R. Stevens holly bushes that I'm growing here. Hopefully they're survived. They've been doing good so far. I haven't had any issues. They've been in the ground about 2 months, 2.5 months, and they're doing good. So let's turn around right quick, and we have my Miwa kumquat. I've had this tree about, I want to say 7 years. Fell back once and died all the way back the last hard freeze we had in 21, and since then she's grown back to this size. And as you can see, these are fruit left from the last season that are still developing and growing and blooming at the same time, as you can see. And these fruit on here, they're pretty sweet. They sour and sweet together. So if you're looking for a sweet kumquat, this is the one you want to get. So let's swing around here to my other pineapple guava, and it's bigger than the other one. It's been in the ground longer too at the same time, but it's doing good. Have about 4 air layers on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so far so good. And she's standing about at least 5 feet tall at the highest point. Check it out. Let me step back on you for a minute. So let's turn around over here, and we got my Pakistani mulberry in my front yard. I had an oak tree here, when I moved into the house, but it finally died off last year. So I replaced it with this mulberry that I had in the pot. And the reason why I did it, because for some kind of reason it busted out of the bottom of the pot and leached into the ground when it was on my side yard. And for whatever reason, I guess that made it want to start fruiting, because just being in the pot alone, I wouldn't get no fruit. But when that root tapped into the ground, it was a game changer. So I just decided to go ahead and take it out of the pot, give it a home in the ground. All right, let's swing back over here to my front garden. Several bushes, crepe myrtle, a sago palm, rose bush, and right here in the middle, that would be my Satin Beauty pluoc. And it's never given me any fruit. It's been in the pot the whole time, and this growing season I stuck it in the ground, and during the spring wake up time, it looked like a white puffball full of flowers. But I didn't see any fruit. All the flowers fell out and didn't see any fruit. And I still went on planting it in the ground. And last week I just came out here just to give it some water. And I noticed a couple fruit on the ground that I never knew was on the tree. But by then the bugs got to it, and the fruit looked pretty awesome looking. So I'm glad I stuck it in the ground. So I got me some pollinators for it, because I didn't know it needed a pollinator. And when I bought it, they told me it didn't. So it turns out it does. So I got a plum tree, Santa Rosa, and a Satin Beauty, because my Bruce plum just wouldn't do anything. So let me go around here. That's a little something I put together about 3 years ago. It's coming back. Okay, the next tree we got right here on my side. Let me give you a view first of my side yard. Okay, so the first tree we have right here, blood orange. You can see the tag in there, and she's doing real good. She's almost doubled in size since I bought her last growing season, and she's doing pretty good. Next to it is LSU Gold. That's where the air layer came off of this one, and it seems like I'm going to be taking another air layer or two off of this one again, because it keeps growing these side branches sideways versus growing up. But right now they got fruit on them, so I'm gonna go ahead and let them fruit out first, and then I'll take care of them, put some air layers on them. But as you can see, there's fruit all over this tree, all up and down. So before it bearing fruit, it's no problem. All up and down the branches. Has fruit waiting to be ripened. Okay, I got some earlier, about 3 weeks ago, but it was just a hand, about 6. But I wasn't worried, because I knew they had a whole lot more on here. And on to the next one, we have a Cara blood orange. It had a lot of baby oranges on it, but for whatever reason, they from what I can see, it dropped all of them. But right in here, you can still see new leaf growth popping up, and hopefully it'll bloom again, flower out, and give me something at least, But let's go ahead on to the next one, and this is my Bruce plum. I thought it was dead, because I was getting ready to throw it away, and then I saw some green left in a couple of the branches. I cut everything back, and this is what came up. All of this. I need to do some came all of this. I need to do some weeding. This thing, I pull the weeds, side shoots, and everything keep popping right back up. All right. On to the next one. This will be my Sun Racer Nectarine. Same issue. Haven't had any fruit. Very little flowers. I'm thinking about getting rid of it because I've had it also a minimum of 5 years. I've had this tree, but well, actually both of these, at least 5 years, and I haven't gotten any fruit, any fruit off either one of them. Okay, pretty nice looking tree. Just can't get. I prune it, do whatever I need, fertilize it. Just don't get no fruit. On to the next one. It's another one, a Satin Beauty Pluots. Never got any fruit. Get enormous amount of flowers on it. Wherever you see a leaf, you can just say it was a flower, because this tree was white, full of flowers. I may try to find some pictures of it and add it to this video at the end, just to let you guys see. And right here, this is my what is this one? Satin Beauty, not Satin Beauty, but Santa Rosa Plum. Looking good, looking good. Hopefully it'll be a good pollinator for the Pluots, and vice versa for the two guys, and give both of them give me fruit. Hoping for the best. Right here, we got the blueberries. One's an O'Neill, and I can't remember what the other one is. I have to check my paperwork or whatever and figure out what the other one is. But they're moving along very slowly, like your typical blueberries do. So let's swing around over here. More blueberries. More blueberries. The first one will be a Brightwell. Next one would be Powder Blue. The next one will be Brightwell, which has some kind of issue going on with it because it's not supposed to be this color. And it got over here a Premier. And you would think all of these are growing green like they're supposed to. So the soil must be doing something kind of right, because they all made blooms. They all set fruit, except for this one. It had some fruit on it, but it fell and then just started changing colors. So I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with it. Moving right along, we got a Burgundy Plum. Pretty nice sized plant, about 3 years old. Also good pollinator for the Pluots and the other plums. And I'm hoping for the best. Plan on putting these guys in the ground. So just give me some time and we'll get to it, and I'll show y'all my results. And this is one tree that was a Alaire, and I thought it was dead, but guess what? I just noticed around the back I got some growth. I'm happy to see that. I thought it was going to be a waste of time, because the tree was actually, when I Alaire, a little bit taller, but I've been chipping it back, because I noticed it drying out or whatever. But I see a good sign back there. And this would be a Celeste fig. And this here was another Alaire off the same tree, done at the same time. This one took better. As you can see, it's growing, and hope for better things for it too. So I'm probably not going to keep it. I'm probably going to give it to someone, sell it to someone, whichever comes first. That goes for both of these Celeste, because I got a big Celeste tree in the backyard, so I really don't need it. I may just keep it just to have one in the pot. Keep one of them. So moving along, got these rose bushes, the knockout roses. Been here about 2 or 3 years, and I need to do some trimming on them, some landscaping on them, make them look good. I think I had a raccoon come through one time. That's why you see all the overturned dirt down on the bottom. Came through digging up the ground down there looking for something. But let's take a break and I'll move on to the next one. And we'll be going through the back. So give me a second. YouTube, I'm back. And what we're looking at now is my walkway through the backyard. I have a arbor that has grapes on it. To my right would be the Thompson Seedless, and to the left would be my Fredonia grapes growing from the ground up and above. And let's get a little close up on you to the left. As you can see, the grapes that are growing in there, all about in there, up top, down the side, plenty of grapes waiting on them to ripen up. And if we swing around to the left, to the right, I mean, we have some Thompson grapes. Not as many as the Fredonias, but I do have a few in there. Up top up there. Right up there. What else? Kind of hard to see through all the leaves. But anyway, need to do some trimming on it too at the same time. There we go. Up in there. Right here, I have a Navajo blackberry growing in a pot. Seems to be doing real good. It was a bare root, and for some reason, the only thing I can get started at a bare root tree are blackberries. Everything else never make it for me. Okay, swing around to the left. I got some hibiscus in the raised planter box that actually these boxes were refurbished shipping crates that I trimmed up and painted up and put these flowers in, and they doing awesome in these boxes, because they were probably 8 inches tall when I bought the plants, and they're now well over 2 feet, maybe 3 in some spots. Okay, swinging around over here, all these are transplants except for the one that's like it's wilting. I need to put some water on it, but all these are transplant. These Yukons, I got 2 that were transplanted from this tree back here, my big mama, and as you can see, they're doing very well. Green, haven't died back one bit, and they've been transplanted for about, I want to say 2.5-3 months now, so I know they're taking root. In the pot right there next to it, that's a ice cream banana, blue java, and it seems to be doing okay. It went through a struggle moment because it didn't have really no roots on it. When I just put a little rooting hormone on it and hope for the best, and it took, so it kicked out 2 new leaves on it, so it's doing well. This right here also is another finally starting to show some life. Blue java also. This one too. I think this one might be dead though. This one is trying to hold on. So down on the bottom, on the left, that's a Cadota fig. These other 2 were grapevines. Don't look like they making it, so I'm probably gonna junk those. Okay, so let's swing back around over to this way. That right down in the ground there would be a LSU purple air layer transplant that I got off of one of my other trees, and it's doing well. It's growing, showing pretty new growth. Leaves are standing up, so it should be doing okay right here in this corner. Right here, like I said, this is a yucca tree, and I took 2 of the stalks out, transplanted them. Still got 4 in there, so it's doing good also. Let's swing back over here. Right there would be a Apache blackberry in a pot, and it was a bare root, and look at the growth on it. This is probably 2 months worth of growth. This one and the other one, both of them 2 months worth of growth from little bare root stocks that were about 8 inches. And look at it, well over 2 feet, maybe working on 3 at the highest point. And right here is my Ponca blackberry that I planted in this spot a year ago today. And look at it. It was a potted plant that probably stood 12 inches. No, I take that back. Stood 2 feet tall with like four stalks in it. And look at it. That's probably at least from tip, because remember I chopped it at the ends. So from tip to tip, it's probably 15 feet. In 1 year's growth, all of this. And check it out. Ripe blackberries to ripening blackberries and still blooming at the same time. Look at that. So this is a success for me that I've gotten to do this good. Look at all these blackberries in there that are ready to be picked. Look at that. All over. And like I say, it's still blooming. Fresh flowers, buds, fruit, still going. Man, that's a lot of blackberries. A lot of blackberries. And okay, moving on to the next one. I got this Cadota, not a Cadota, well, Violette de Bordeaux. I'm probably saying it wrong, but that's what this is. And this is about a month and a half worth of growth, because it was like 6, maybe 7 inches when I bought it, and it's almost 2 feet now in a short period of time. And look at that, it's starting to bud out with fruit. Okay, so I think this plant is very happy right here, being over here in the flower bed by itself. That right there, crepe myrtle, slow growing, but it's been there about 4 years. That's all the growth I got out of it. Okay, right here, excuse all this other stuff, are my pepper plants, my hot pepper plants. This one right here would be my ghost pepper, doing good, got flowers on it. This one right here would be 2 habaneros inside of that pot. And as you can see, it's doing very well also. All right, swing back over here. This would be a green bell pepper, and it's doing very well. That right there was a Chicago Hardy fig, bare root, lived for about 2 or 3 weeks, then just died for some whatever reason. Right here are some sweet banana peppers that are doing good. So I'm about to come through and pluck all the flowers out off of it, because I don't want it to do anything right now. Get a little taller first. So right here, aloe vera. I've had this plant about 4 years. And it started out as one single 6-inch aloe vera. And I've had this is a transplant from the original. The original is on the front porch. And I've had to repot these plants about 4 times. And they keep growing vigorously. So I've even given some away a couple times. But let's go around here. That's another Millie R. Stevens. This was a Miwa kumquat, but it died. It died all the way back. So right now, this is just a rootstock that I'm holding on to transplant some stuff onto. So that's going to be a future project. Back here in the back will be a flower bed which I made a video on, and to add color to my backyard. So that's one project that I did this summer. So I'm gonna swing back around this way. Right here, we have a dragon fruit that I need to get transplanted into a bigger pot and stake to get its life on its way. But right now, and this pot is just going along right now because that little stub right there that you're looking at was half the size of it when I got it 2 weeks, about a week or two ago. And like I said, it's dragon fruit. Right here, we're looking at an herb bed that my wife wanted. And we have some rosemary, some lemon balm, some lemon thyme. And this was cilantro, but it looks like it gave up on us. Or the birds came through and whipped it up because there was a lot more in there. So I'm going to have to replace that one with something. But other than that, as you can see, it's getting ready to flower. So I need to come back again and tip those off. And tell my people to start using this thing before it starts hardening up. Look at that. See them flowers? Don't want the flowers yet. Just the leaves right now. Enough of that. I'll come back to that. Right here, I have a wonderful pomegranate. And this tree had, when I say 100 or more bulbs on it, I am not BSing you. This one and that one. This one had the most. So I just knew I was gonna have a heck of a harvest on this tree. But it turns out, majority of it, I'm gonna say over 90% of it, was all male flowers. Now we're a month and a half down the road. This is what's left. The last of the few females. There, one there, one down there. I think I had like 5 of them on here. So I'm gonna have to try to hold on to those. One of these guys is gonna stay in the pot and one's gonna go on the ground. And here's my other one, and it's probably about 7 feet tall at the highest point. This one's probably gonna be a 2-stalk tree. So that's where we stand with that. Like I said, both of them are wonderful pomegranates, and they're doing good as far as foliage go. Plant for the what are these? Elephant ears. Okay. Next to it, I have my Dancy tangerine, and again, a lot of foliage, but all the fruit dropped. This thing was covered in flowers, and then it was covered with fruit. Then all of a sudden, everybody started dropping. Dropping. So now I don't see anything. So I don't know if it needs to go in the ground. It's been up potted twice since I had it. So I don't know if it needs to be up potted again. But I see new foliage coming out back inside of there. So I know that's not an issue with growing in the pot. Okay, so, and it stands about from the trunk to the top, maybe 5 feet. All right, swinging around over here, we got LSU. What is this one? Not LSU. This is my let me see. My brown turkey right here. And as you can see, it's full of fruit also. Just giving it some time. It's in the pot, and it's doing good over here, you know. Look at all the fruit that's on it. Number of fruit. So, thank God for that. Next to it, on the back side of it, we have my Meyer lemon. Okay. And it's doing good as well. And as you can see, it got fruit on it. Lots of foliage. Most of the fruit on the bottom portion of the tree. But it's doing good. Doing good. Right here, we have a Cadota fig. I got this one and the Villa de Bordeaux at the same time. And at first, this one was growing faster than the other one, but I put the other one in the ground, and it's like triple the size of this one. But this was a little small plant too, but I have no complaints about it. It's growing well in this little pot. It's probably needing to be up potted because it was up potted into this one. So I'm quite sure it's probably starting to get root bound because these fig trees grow fast. So I'll be checking on it to make my adjustments or whatever on this Cadota fig tree. Swinging over here, my LSU purple fig, where I got the air layer for the one that I showed you over on the other side over there. All right, it's doing good. It's got little baby figlets all over it. No complaints. Right here, another Meyer lemon, transplanted into the ground. It's been struggling, trying to get used to this area. It has some not figs, it has some lemons on it. Has new flowers on it again. But I need some leaf growth. This is what I need, leaf growth. Got the little yellow ones that are dying off, but it's holding on. I can say that much. Right here we have my Florida King peach. I did a harvest on it about close to a month ago. Got a lot of peaches off of it. So letting it grow out some, then I do a little pruning on it. I need to stake it up to lean back toward the right because it's leaning over on its own for whatever reason. And back here in the foreground is my tropical snow peach. I need to come back here and do some harvesting on it. As you can see, they're dropping on the ground. So I need to get back here today before the birds get to it. I took the net off of it already. So that's what I got to do today also. Right here, for those of you who've seen my videos in the past, is my Celeste fig tree that I've always had success with. And this is it right now. And it's pretty tall and pretty wide. It has nothing but figs all over it. And it has about eight trunks in this. So once it's done fruiting this year, I'm probably going to eliminate half of the trunks. I'm going to say between 4 to 5 trunks will get to stay. And I'll probably try to make cuttings out of the rest of it or something. So that's where we stand with this tree. Inside and out. Number of figs. Alright. One of my newbies is my Florida Prince peach tree. It's doing, I'm going to say 80% good. As you can see on the ground, got some leaf curl. So I need to, when this sun, is probably have to wait a little while. Give it a fungicide bath to control that because I don't want it spreading to the other trees over here. So far so good. Florida Prince. Moving on to this back corner, we got the dwarf Cavendish banana, and this tree is taking off. It's been in this spot right here for about a month, and when I bought it, it was like about 1.5 feet, and in a month and a half, it's almost tall as the fence. And the fence is 6 feet, so this is well over 5, right at 5 feet. So it's growing actually faster than my regular banana trees, as far as the growth rate goes, okay? And back in this corner back here, we had some elephant ears that I just threw back here. And they took off, but I thought they was dead. And if I'm not mistaken, that right here, what I just kicked, is a tomato plant. Because at first I was going to use this back spot for scraps and stuff like that. Then other stuff started popping up. So I'm going to see if it's going to actually fruit, to see what it is, and go from there. All right. Right here is my persimmon tree, Fuyus. And you can see right here, it has fruit on it. There's some more. Looking throughout the tree, you'll see more back up in there, over there, up here. All right, next to it, we got another one, persimmon tree, and it also has fruit on it. There, there, up there, over there, doing good. Both trees doing good. And right here in the middle, ice cream banana, blue java. I have 3 big stalks in there. I had 4 big stalks. One died, so I let the other 2 in the back stay. But this is the mother tree. But these 2 in the back is catching up with the mother tree. So go figure. But this one right here in the front, it was attached to these guys, but I separated it, moved it over, and put it back in the ground as a replacement tree. For if something happened to these 2 or one of them start fruiting, I have a 3rd big tree. But now I need to come back and get these other 4, well now 5. 5 more pups done popped up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have to get them out of there, because it slows down everybody else. But this one over here, it was a member of the group, but I separated it and moved it over also. So like I'm doing some more separations. All right, let's move around to the last portion of this tour. Pepper plants, green bell peppers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and right here, banana peppers. All right, everything's doing good. Hoping for the best. Got a little space right here to put something else. I need to come back and put some mulch on it, keep it drying out back here. Then I'll be good. Need to give me a good crabgrass killer, because this crabgrass is getting to me, getting on my nerves. Can't find nothing to get them killed. I got to be careful with what I use, because I don't want to harm none of my fruit and vegetable plants. So if anybody got any tips on that, let me know. I'm willing to listen. But anyway, this has been Mr. Rob with Rob's Yard, giving you a tour of summer, well, almost summer of May of 2024. So y'all stay cool, be cool, and see y'all in the next one. Bye.